Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com. I'm back with another video. This time we're talking about women's physique versus women's bodybuilding. This was actually a special request from the comment section of my last video from the user Lost in Darkest Peru, who wanted to know if I thought that women's physique has changed since they don't have a category above them, bodybuilding, to kind of limit the amount and degree of musculature on their physiques. So I hope this brings you some entertainment while you're stuck at home, and let's get right into it. So for the Olympia competition, Iris was our last female bodybuilder in 2014. She looked incredible as always. She's such an amazing athlete. She really kind of ended bodybuilding at the Olympia on such a strong note. If we take a quick look at where female bodybuilding came from at the Olympia, you can see in the 80s it was quite a different physique than it ended up in 2014. We had a lot more muscle, a lot more conditioning, and definitely a different look than what they started with. And that's okay. That's just the way that it went. But since bodybuilding left the Olympia, we have had physique has been our way of seeing women with the most amount of muscle. So physique began in 2013 with Dana Lynn Bailey winning, and she looked unbelievable. She was such a breath of fresh air, and it was such a great beginning for this category. Then in 2014, we had Juliana, who is so impressive. What an amazing physique she has. And then again, Juliana in 2015. And again, Juliana in 2016. And again, Juliana in 2017. She really just dominated the sport. Now, do I think she changed considerably? I think her glutes have changed and her legs certainly got a little bigger, but overall, I think she was pretty darn consistent in her conditioning and her size. It wasn't like she was getting bigger and bigger every year. Then in 2018, Shanique came in and won, and she is so beautiful. She has an even more lean and tall appearance. Her muscles are just gorgeous. And then again, she won in 2019. So if we look at the Olympia physique from 2013 through to 2019, do I think it changed? Maybe a little bit. The conditioning is certainly different on Shanique than it was on Dana Lynn Bailey. But as for size, I think they're pretty comparable. I don't find that Shanique is a lot bigger than Dana. They're very comparable. A little different for sure, but I don't feel like Shanique is kind of, stepping into the women's bodybuilding. You look at Iris in the middle, and she is just on another level. Her muscles are so big, she's just thick and full, and it's just a completely different category. So, as far as Olympia is concerned, I don't feel like physique is encroaching into female bodybuilding. It's its own category, and I am so, so, so happy that women's bodybuilding is back because it absolutely deserves to be there, and it's its own sport. You can see they're different. Similar between the physique girls, I think, but still very different than Iris. All right, so now just to test my conclusion, I thought we would also look at the Arnold Classic. So Iris was once again the champion of the Arnold Classic in the women's bodybuilding, and that was in 2013, the last year that they held it. She's so consistently good. And if you look at the progression of the Miss Internationals, it started in 1989, and I couldn't actually fit them all onto one page. So take a little mental note of where we began and where bodybuilding ended. So just like with Olympia, the female bodybuilders definitely changed over the years. They got bigger, more muscular, and it was no longer the same kind of a look that they started with. So now if we're going to look at Physique, started in 2015 at the Arnold, and here we have, once again, Juliana. Then Autumn came and won in 2016, very tall and lean. Daniele in 2017. Shanique in 2018. Natalia in 2019. And then Natalia again in 2020. So comparing the Physique girls to each other, Natalia is certainly a little bit bigger, definitely in the upper body and the lats than Juliana. And the conditioning is perhaps a little bit different too. But it's not a huge change. Like I said with the Olympia, I don't feel like Physique is replacing bodybuilding by any means. It's its own distinct separate category. And, when you look at Iris next to either of these women, you could almost describe, Juliana as petite compared to Iris. Iris just has so much more muscle. She's in a whole league of her own. And so I think it's fair to say that while Physique may be getting a little bit bigger, I'm not really seeing any kind of competition between a Physique girl and a women's bodybuilder. It's two distinct separate categories, and they're not encroaching upon each other. A Physique winner and a female bodybuilder, definitely not the same. And now if we look at women's bodybuilding since it left the Olympia in 2014, one of our most recent champions was Hella in 2019 at the Rising Phoenix. And Wings of Strength has done such a tremendous job in keeping women's bodybuilding and just promoting and respecting the female bodybuilding sports. It's really tremendous and amazing. And when you look at these two women side by side, even though they're different individuals, they have different strengths, I still believe that they are comparable to each other. Bodybuilding has simply picked up where it left off, and it's continued to grow and just thrive. And like I said, while the women are different, they're still, I think they could be on stage against each other. So I don't feel that bodybuilding has, you know, gotten to a level where it's way bigger or that it's gotten way smaller. I think it's remained consistent and the level of athlete is there, and it's going to be tremendous to see it again at the Olympia. So there you have it. I hope you agree with me. If you do, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and please let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see next. I know we're all stuck at home. We're all looking for some entertainment while the competition season is not happening. I'll talk about anything: physique, fitness, bodybuilding, wellness, bikini, figure, you name it, I'm on it. So be sure to give me a follow. You can find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and on Instagram at turquoisetoffee. And please subscribe. Catch you later. Stay home.